been attacked and shot by invaders said to be of Somali origin. The four attacked as they whiled the evening away in a canteen in Kaimenyi, Kitui County. Residents say cases of insecurity have been on the rise in the area. Some residents have in the recent days fled their homes for fear of attacks from armed nomads. Police in Kitui say they have been pursuing armed camel herders operating illegally along the border between Kitui and Tana River counties. 4 people have been arrested following the killings.
Tuna chakula mashambani, tunaacha sababu ya usalama, tunalala msituni, tuna watoto wanasoma. Hata toka hii wiki yote kitambo hiyo kitendo endelea, hata hakuna kwenda shule, watoto tu wako manyumbani. Sasa tuko na shida.
Maofisa wa polisi waliungana jana, kutoka jana jioni, wameenda katika sehemu hizo za Kiuso na wamefaulu kwa kiwango kikubwa, kwa sababu wameweza kupata washukiwa ambao walitenda kitendo hicho. Tumepata washukiwa 4 ambao tuko nao, na lakini kuna wengine ambao hata walitoroka wakiwa nafiatulia askari marisasi. Hata hivyo tutaendelea na huo mpango wa operation ya kuwasaka wao ambao walitoroka.
We now join our standard correspondent Paul Mutua, who is on the ground and tells us what exactly is happening in Kitui. Good afternoon, Paul.
Good afternoon, Najma.
What's currently happening? How's the situation there?
Now there is a lot of apprehension which is still high in villages of Makutano, Mukavu, Kamakali and Kaimenyi. These killings occurred with the panicking residents moving to safer areas for fear of further attack. Some of the fleeing families are camping at Kasiluni shopping center, where there is a police post. Others, we are told, are hiding in the bushes near Kaimenyi Hill.
Yes.
A number of the raiders... Sorry, Najma?
Yes, Paul. Are there any visible police patrols in the area?
Yes. From yesterday, the County Commissioner Moffat Kangi led a high-powered team of security officials from his office to the area to assess the situation and calm the villages. And for now, police are in patrol in these 4 villages where these attacks occurred. And as I speak now, calm is now restoring after these police officers moved in to calm the situation.
Paul, we are told that the bandits are of Somali origin. Has anyone confirmed who they are exactly? With the current security situation in the country, maybe there are speculations. What are the speculations there? Did the police officials tell you who exactly did that?
Yes, Najma, it is true. People here have been saying that these people have been living with them. Some of these pathologists are of Somali origin. So it's highly suspected that these people are Somalis who are migrating from the neighboring Garissa and Tana River counties.
Thank you very much. Paul Mutua there, who has been following the Kitui incident where several people have been killed and scores injured. Now, suspended Transport Cabinet Secretary Michael Kamau has finally appeared in court to answer charges of abuse of office. Kamau is accused of colluding with a contractor to change a road design in Kimilili, leading to the embezzlement of public funds. Kamau was earlier today taken to the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission offices at Integrity Center for processing. This was before he could plead to the charges. He has now returned to court, where our reporter Sharon Momanyi is following the story for us and now joins us live for an update. Sharon.
Yes, we are here at the Milimani Law Courts in Nairobi, where suspended Cabinet Secretary Michael Kamau was appearing before an anti-corruption law court here to answer to charges of corruption and abuse of office. Now, we remember that he was summoned by the courts on Tuesday to answer to these charges, and today he made an appearance here to take a plea to these charges. 6 counts of charges they were, including that of being accused of irregularly issuing a tender worth 33 million shillings that saw the redesigning of a road in Kimilili. Now, he was appearing alongside 2 other members of a procurement committee in the transport ministry. These 2 other members are engineer Kata Madehu and Nicholas Ndongo Nganga, and they all pleaded not guilty to these 6 counts of charges. And the judge here today, Judge Lawrence Mugambi, released them on bail. They're each expected to pay a bond of 3 million shillings and cash bail of 1 million shillings each. And this ruling just took place a few minutes ago, and they have been given by the court exactly 1 hour to process this bail and bond applications, failure to which the judge has directed that they get arrested. So they have 1 hour to do that. And after this hearing today, they are expected to appear in court on the 16th of this month, that is June, for the beginning of the hearing. Now, we also remember that earlier on in the week on Tuesday, upon his summoned, Engineer Michael Kamau had started an application asking for the whole prosecution to be stopped. Now, this is an application that is yet to be ruled on the 9th of June to see whether the prosecution will continue or will come to a halt altogether. He was claiming that the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission is not well constituted following the resigning of the commissioners in the institution, saying that it does not have capacity to issue or to charge him with these charges. So we wait to see how this landmark case will take place, whether it will be dropped altogether, whether what kind of eventuality is expected to take place. Now, we'll be giving you more details of the same in our subsequent bulletins. Back to you in studio.
Thank you very much, Sharon Momanyi. There, we'll be keeping an eye on that story. Now, moving on, Education Cabinet Secretary Jacob Kaimenyi is urging officials of the Teachers Union to support the ministry in its implementation of the new basic regulations. Kaimenyi reiterated that he is operating within the law. He was addressing the media today at the launch of the National Education Sector Plan.
The responsibility of policy matters of education is my responsibility. It's not the responsibility of unions. But of course we work with unions because they are partners, key partners. We must listen to them. We have been doing this, we'll continue doing it. That is why we had consultative meetings the other day. The voices of everybody must be heard. But you cannot push your ideas, your views down other people's throats. You must be willing to be convinced by others, isn't it? Yeah, and you toe the line.
Now, moving on to some rather sad news. At least 3 people have been confirmed dead after a semi-trailer they were traveling in crashed against guardrails near a bridge at Eo Ekule in Narok. Now, the accident, which occurred at around 5:30 a.m., involved a semi-trailer ferrying flour from the Pembe Flour Millers Company in Nairobi to Narok. The area has seen several fatal accidents due to a steep gradient leading to the bridge. Now, Narok Police County Commander Abdi Galgalo has cautioned drivers using the Maimahiu Narok Road to be careful and observe the road signage to avoid such accidents. He also called on the Highways Authority to help cover several deep potholes around the black spots in Tilele and Yorokule to reduce accidents in that spot.
Tukapata driver ya hiyo lori akiwa ametoka nje na akiwa na majeruhi. Kichwa chake ilikuwa imepatwa na majeruhi mbaya sana, na tukaweza kumshughulikia, tukampata wasamaria wema wengine, tukamweka gari akaenda hospitali. Na wakati alikuwa anaingia kwa gari akatuambia kwamba kuna watu wengine 3 ambaye walikuwa pamoja. Sasa ndio tukachukua hiyo jukumu kutafuta hawa, na tulipojaribu kutafuta tukapata wengine wameshahaga dunia na moja ndio alikuwa uhai, lakini tulijaribu kumuokoa. Kawa na shida kwa sababu alikuwa amefinyiliwa na Juma mpaka akakata roho akiwa hapo.
Now, the government has signed a 2 billion loan agreement with the Kuwait Bank to establish a cancer treatment facility in Kisii County. The project will be funded by the Arab Bank for Economic Development and Saudi Fund. This will enable Transform Kisii Teaching and Referral Hospital to establish the country's third public facility for cancer dialysis and treatment. Currently, only Kenyatta National Hospital and the Eldoret-based Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital have such facilities. The commencement of the construction is expected to begin in 2 months' time following the deal signing and will take 2 years to complete. Once complete, the cancer center has been built to reduce travel expenses to patients who have to travel either to Eldoret or Nairobi for specialized treatment.
In terms of improving health hospital equipments, as you know, we are already working towards ensuring that each county gets these equipments for various treatment, various diseases, and we hope this support comes at a very time when we really need to enhance the support that we are already undertaking.
It is going to support the Kisii people and the other people that use Kisii Hospital. Kisii Hospital is an hospital that supports a number of counties, not only Kisii County, it also supports people from Nyamira, it supports the northern reaches of Migori, the northern reaches of Homa Bay County, the southern, the western reaches of Transmara, which is actually cut off from Narok County. They all come to Kisii Hospital. So we're talking about a population of close to 6 million people. And as you know, this was an hospital that was built in 1917 during the First World War. It's only about a year ago that we started putting in place major equipment.
To Mombasa now, customers at a popular Mombasa restaurant scampered for safety last night after a fire broke out. The tarbush is popular for its coastal cuisine. It took the combined forces of the Mombasa Fire Brigade and the Kenya Ports Authority to extinguish the fire. To matters politics now, TNA officials in Nyeri County have announced the formation of an interim Jubilee Alliance Party committee. TNA County Chairman Dhuo Mathenge said the move to unify the parties was to support efforts of President Uhuru Kenyatta and Deputy President William Ruto in marrying the two parties. Dhuo was elected as JAP committee chairman, while Helen Wamboi, the URP County chairperson, takes the vice chair slot. Recently, JAP Reloaded lobby group held a recruitment drive in Nyeri town.
Tumekubaliana tufanye kazi pamoja kama president wetu na vice president wanafanya pamoja. Sisi ni nani hapa machinani, mpaka tushikane tufanye kazi pamoja na watu ya TNA wenye wameshaguliwa.
Iko hata wakati ya Yesu Kristo iko wahubiri walikuwa ya uongo na wakaenda wakauza hata Yesu Kristo. Wakati huu umesikia watu wengine wanajiita JAP Reloaded. JAP Reloaded ni nini? Hiyo waibaji walikuwa hapa wanasema JAP Reloaded. Walikataliwa kwao Murang'a. Wanakuja Nyeri. Ni watu gani waliona wakikuja hapa? Wale wengine mnataka kusema ninyi watu ya president mnatengeneza watu wengine mnawaita ati committee ya JAP. Acheni kutengeneza watu hakuna. That is air. Watu wale wako hapa, tumekuonesha barua siku ya leo ya official ya wa URP. Umeona officials wa TNA wako hapa. Watu ya TNA na watu ya URP, they are the bona fide officials of JAP. until elections are done.
Well, now, time for a short break, but don't go too far. I will be back with more news. Welcome back. To business matters now, hydro-generated power is set to increase in the coming weeks following significant rise in water levels at the main power dams as a result of the ongoing heavy rains across various parts of the country. Now, according to power generating company KTN, with rising water levels at the Seven Forks and Turkwell hydroelectric power dams, favorable weather will raise contribution from the hydropower stations going forward. Now, the average output from the hydro is set to increase from around 8.6 gigawatt hours to over 10 gigawatt hours per day. Stepping up hydro generation is expected to translate into lower power bills going forward, further complementing contribution of geothermal power, which according to the Energy Regulatory Commission has already resulted in a 30% drop in the cost of electricity so far. Ecobank Kenya has partnered with Old Mutual, Saham Insurance and UAP Insurance to provide general insurance cover, including life insurance products. As KTN's David Onyango reports, with only 7% of Kenyans having any kind of insurance, the new venture gives room for the Pan-African Bank to tap into the country's largely uninsured space.
Through a partnership with 3 local insurance companies, Ecobank Kenya is the latest financial institution to venture into insurance business. Recent government data indicates that Kenya's insurance penetration stands at 3.44% despite a rising middle-class population.
This is a fully fledged subsidiary of Ecobank Kenya Limited that seeks to meet the ever-rising insurance needs of our individual and corporate customers.
This partnership will see insurance providers Old Mutual, Sahan and UAP offer their products through Ecobank's networks with an aim to increase penetration.
So we should see our products going to serve the clients that Ecobank has. So if you combine these 2 businesses, you're almost looking at about 40 branches nationally.
While Kenya's financial institutions boast of high returns, the same cannot be said about insurance companies.
Where mobile telephony now is being leveraged on to provide the mobile banking services. Now, I see that being a major contributor to the penetration of insurance services through the bank assurance model.
With the high penetration of Kenya's financial services, the collaboration between banks and insurance companies is seen as the key to growing the insurance sector.
On to sports now. The intention by FIFA President Sepp Blatter to resign has shaken the African Confederation and the 53 associations therein. During Blatter's 17-year rule as president, he skillfully won the African vote by initiating the now famous Goal Project, among other incentives like increased fundings. Many pundits are of the opinion that his impending exit will leave many orphans, especially in Africa. But the Kenyan soccer leaders under Sam Nyamwe's leadership are grateful of Blatter's deeds and expect his successor will have a soft spot for Africa.
Let's go FIFA! Let's go FIFA! Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
By Friday, May 29th, Blatter may not have figured out the effect of the investigation started by the United States Attorney General, which netted 14 individuals, 7 of whom are FIFA senior members. That, together with the threat by the European Football Association UEFA to delink from FIFA, are seen to have been the reasons that convinced the 79-year-old Sepp Blatter to step aside. His announcements on Tuesday elicited mixed reactions, especially in Africa, where some sees him as having been instrumental in bringing the World Cup to Africa, over and above the goal projects dotting across Africa. The after effects are yet to sink in, but for now, it is about looking back at what he has done.
He means well. He has supported Africa, and that's for sure. And that's why Africans voted for him overwhelmingly, Asia, South America, and other areas.
Blatter's sudden decision is believed to have been sparked by the latest revelations in corruption scandal, in which the FBI has confirmed that Jack Warner was paid a bribe of 980 million shillings by South Africa to win the rights to host the 2010 World Cup.
This is not a bribe, but an above-board payment duly allocated for an approved program. We will therefore await the United States authorities to share with us the basis on which they allege that this allocation was a bribe.
In fact, latest reports indicate that Blatter is under a new investigation.
Well, I would say Blatter gets it at large. It's good for the world. Let us not just talk Africa, because Africa is not all football. It's good for the world. He did what he did for Africa. We will live to remember him. But by and large, I do believe it's going to be better for a bit better for the world football.
Among other things, Blatter has been commended for FIFA's gold projects as a very vital investment in the game across the continent and the increase in African nation participation in the World Cup. Something Africa might miss. Africa's representation at the World Cup increased from 1 in 1974 to the current 5.
Likely the one who takes off from him will even more strengthen because he has to wear his shoes even better. So the question of whether the African countries will suffer, I don't believe so. Because, you know, Plata is not FIFA. Plata is the associations and all of us combined. So we are the people who make decisions.
But while Jordanian Football Association President Prince Ali and UEFA President rank high as Blatter's successors, the fact that Blatter might influence the process cannot be ruled out.
I'm sure when he comes out and thinks this is likely to be a successor, that successor will most likely get the same support.
I like my job and I like to be with you. I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect.
Moses Wahisi, KTN.
Well, thank you very much for watching KTN Newsdesk. My name is Najma Ismail.